Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. Today's video is day 12 in the Daily December Challenge, 31 videos in 31 days. 2 days ago I did a tutorial on the paper bead bracelet, and I will turn the bracelet into a link for you and put the link below as well so that you can go and check that out if you haven't seen it. Yesterday I made a tutorial on how to make a box that fits that bracelet perfectly. It is also the perfect size for Rainbow Loom bracelets. So if you're looking for a way to gift wrap your Rainbow Loom bracelets for Christmas this year, this is the box for you. And I was thinking about it last night and I thought, you know what? Why don't we make a variation of this box so you've got a choice and you can pick your favorite of the two to package your bracelet in. So today, I designed a sleeve to go around the bottom of the box that I did yesterday so that you can actually make a Matchbox shaped box. And of course I did 2 different colors on that one. It's kind of festive. All right, all the instructions, or sorry, all the ingredients are in the description box below, as well as measurements, so you don't have to take notes. Links to the other 2 videos are below and inside the video, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please click like if you love videos like this, especially box tutorials, because I can design boxes for you all day long. You decide what kind of box you like, tell me in the comments, and I'll make you one and teach you how to do it. So boxes are really fun for me. So comment below, likes, all of that stuff, and definitely click subscribe if you enjoy these videos and would like to see more. All right, get all your ingredients together. Again, they're in the description box, and come and meet me back here for the tutorial. Okay, so the first things first, the bottom of the box, the part that goes inside the sleeve, is exactly the same size as yesterday's box. And there were detailed instructions on that video, so I'm going to put an annotation somewhere on the screen so that you can click over and see detailed instructions if you need to. But it's basically just taking a 3" by 6" sheet of cardstock and scoring 3/4 of an inch in from each side of that rectangle. So score, 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 so that all 4 are finished. And then you take a pair of scissors, cut up to where that score line is, and again I go in more detail on the other video. Trim out the tab a little bit so that it's nice and neat. And fold along the score lines. And then, as you can see, I've pre-stuck these. You're just going to very neatly place the tab behind the outside tab behind the the middle tab, and neatly stick it. You'll find that having cut out that little bit on the flap allows you to have a nice neat edge without it sticking over the top, so that is key. Again, go check out that video if that doesn't make sense, but there you go, the bottom box. Now let's create the sleeve, which is what is different about today's box. Okay, so again with your paper trimmer, this time your cardstock, and I'm going to do a red piece of cardstock to go with the green just for something different. This time your cardstock is going to be 4 1/2 inches wide by 5 3/8 inches long. And what you're going to do, I've turned this over, I've made marks already so that you can see. You don't have to draw lines on here. You can just score along. As long as you can see where your measurements are, that's fine. Okay, so the first measurement is to line up, and I'm going to line it along the ruler here so that you can see where it is. I lined up the paper at just slightly over 3/4 of an inch. Now when I say just slightly over, I mean somewhere between the 3/4 of an inch mark and the 13/16 of an inch mark. So you're not even going a full 1/16 of an inch. It's just slightly over. Okay, and that's key because you'll run out of paper and it won't fit outside the bottom box correctly. So then you hold it in place, and I've already made the score mark, but you go and score along it. You're now going to use that score that you just made, so you need to make sure these are accurate because you are going to be using them as reference points. You're going to use that score that you just made and line it up with just slightly more than 1.5 inches. And again, you can do this with a ruler and pencil and then a stylus if you like. Totally up to you, depends on what you've got at your house. So we're going to line this up at just over the 1.5 inch mark. So really it's just over 3/4 of an inch plus 1.5 inches and score. You're then going to line up that score line that you just made with just over 3/4 of an inch and under 13/16 of an inch. So just in between the two, not quite 1/16 of an inch larger than the 3/4 mark. And then make your score. And once again, using this your most recent score line as your reference point, you're going to bring it to just over 1 1/2 inches, but before the 16th mark, and score again. And you should be at the end of your paper. Now, if everything has gone to plan, that last tab should measure just over 3/4 of an inch. So the same as the other two small rectangles. So you should have 3 small rectangles and 2 large rectangles scored into your paper. And I will put measurements down in the description box as well, so you don't have to take notes. Okay, so now we are going to create the sleeve. And with the wonders of this has already been planned before, I'm going to now fold along the score marks we just made. So a total of 4 score lines. And I just double-sided taped that. There we go. All right, so now we've done that. And that last tab, if you put a generous lashing of double-sided tape on there, which I did earlier, we're now going to line that up and very neatly stick it down and make sure you press really well so that it stays stuck. And what you've got is a little cardstock sleeve. So now the box we've just made, the bottom box and the sleeve should, if all has been measured correctly, slide together just right. Look at that. How good is that? If you'd like to, just like with yesterday's box with the groove, you can cut a little groove into the edges of this so that you can pull on them, but I find that just pushing from the other side lets them slide out good enough. Now you'll find this is actually a fairly snug fit. If you're not liking the fit, just once again make those measurements that were just slightly over 3/4 and just slightly over 1.5, just make them just slightly bigger than you did if it's too tight. And that last tab, you can still use a 5 3/8 piece of paper, but if that last tab is a little tiny bit smaller, that's okay. Just fold it and on the inside and line up the edge rather than on the outside and having it overlap. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Please click like if you enjoyed this video. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this. I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow.